very interesting the evolution or the lack of evolution of prices in the European Union after the decision from Ukraine not to continue serving as a transit country for Russian gas exports. And that actually shows that the European Union countries have taken a few steps ahead by ensuring a level of reserve that were quite high. I mean, even Slovakia, that was the most adamant about shouting about potential risk, it still has more than three times what it needs usually to go through the winter in terms of reserve. They're full at 3/4. Same thing for other similar countries. And you can see here the pro-Russian prime minister in Slovakia calling for potential issues because these countries, it was making a lot of money off transiting money up to other Western countries or European countries, $1 billion per year. And so there were some vested interests. The same thing in Hungary, same thing in Transnistria, obviously a very pro-Russian small territory, a separatist region out of Moldova that is now facing its energy security of supply future in the hands of Moldova itself, because the only way they can access to Russian gas is through Turkey and through Chisinau, the capital of Moldova. And so that actually puts issues in terms of energy security important for those populations in Transnistria. More generally, to answer your question, there's no strong impact because there were strategies taken ahead of time for mitigating potential impact on prices. But in some specific regions, you could see that actually will have some impact geopolitically on Transnistria, and also in terms of potentially of some countries transiting countries in the eastern part of the European Union, such as Slovakia, in terms of being able to balance that budget at the end of the year.
Remy, are there winners in this story?
I mean, right now it's an interesting move showing that the European Union is able to withstand a strong decision from Ukraine to forego, obviously the money for transit that they would not have received anywhere. I don't think so if it was coming from Russia. But in any case, to forego that decision of a shipment of gas and to be able to withstand the boom of it and the impact of it. The European economies have been suffering for the last few years by the lack of access to affordable gas that they used to have from Russia, but it has taken some measures of alternative fuel mixes and also alternative suppliers, especially from the Western Hemisphere, or also some countries in the Middle East. And so clearly here the decision was a big move in terms from Ukraine to have a severe blow from Gazprom and the Russian economy, a Russian economy that has been quite suffering over the last few months. And this actually did not lead to an issue of security or direct impact for the European consumers. So that has already been integrated into the budgetary elements and factors of those European countries. So as a result, it was interesting to see and call the bluff of Robert Fico, Viktor Orbán in Hungary, and Slovakia, the two countries that are more aligned with Russia, and at the same time show that that there are alternative source of supply through Turkey, for example, or even drifting away from this Russian gas coming from Turkey. There are alternative suppliers down the road, and that is a strong threat for the Russian economy down the road.